Your first alert forecast with meteorologist Joseph Eng.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. We're taking a look at your forecast on this Friday. Still pretty cloudy outside the Jennings Skycam with the occasional shower keeping it rather damp at the surface. Current temperature 76 degrees on the cam sensor. Most of us are still looking at the low to mid 70s north of I-10. It's keeping it a few degrees cooler out there compared to yesterday morning, but it still does warm up as you push south, and eventually you are back at 80 degrees by the time you're down to the coastline in Cameron. As for satellite and radar, scattered showers and now just the occasional stray rumble of thunder is starting to calm down a little bit across the area. Most of it is along and north of I-10, but you still have a shot at seeing some scattered showers further to the south, especially with some activity trying to drift in from near Beaumont off to the west. And in general, I would still keep an umbrella or a rain jacket with you heading out the door while those showers are still overhead, and it might come in handy later in the day, because while we are expecting this to quiet down a little bit into lunchtime, we'll see more potential during the afternoon. And if you're wondering how rain totals are shaping up, well, yesterday landed right about where we expected it to, mostly around a half an inch to an inch, with higher totals further to the north, and we could see similar amounts falling yesterday. As far as yearly totals go here, we're about 15 inches ahead of what the year-to-date average typically is for this time of year. So that's some padding room for the next dry spell we run into before we run into an actual drought. So certainly looks like that's not going to be an issue at the moment. Futurecast winds as well getting a little bit more organized, mostly out of the west to northwest, and you might see a few gusts pushing around 10 to 15 miles per hour, especially further to the north, but that's not really going to funnel in much of any cooler, drier air, though it does make it easier to cool off while it is raining. Most of us, though, are going to see it pretty disorganized, and the largest gust you'll come across will likely be in any organized rainstorms or thunderstorms that pop up during the day. And like yesterday, that'll have a decent effect on temperatures, keeping us in the 70s longer this morning, but we do eventually jump back up into the upper 80s by the time we get later into this afternoon, and that could be assisted by a few pockets of sunshine over lunchtime, which might push a few spots around 90 degrees, but if you look at Futurecast, that's going to be pretty hard to come by. Scattered showers calming down across the area into lunchtime, maybe still hanging around for more northern parishes, and in general, you'll still see the potential for more scattered showers and a few thunderstorms throughout the afternoon, similar to what you did yesterday, and there will be a few pockets of sunshine mixed into that. But while we're not looking at an increased risk for stronger storms here, yesterday morning is a very good reminder that regular summertime thunderstorms can still produce gusty, damaging winds, small hail, and even a small risk of an isolated tornado that unfortunately is still there this time of year. So make sure that you're keeping a look at your weather alerts and your radar, which you can always do using the First Alert Weather app as we continue our wet pattern overnight and into Saturday. And with a look at the big picture weather map here, that stalled front overhead not moving anytime soon, but may start listing back to the north as we push more into Sunday. Even afterwards, though, it looks like rain chances are still going to stick around into the start of next week. Good news is rain totals are still shaping up a little low, and right now it only looks like we'll be getting another half an inch to an inch over the next couple days here, maybe 2 inches by the start of next week. Your tropics still quiet for now, no signs of any changes there, which is great news. And on your 10-day, you can expect it to run a little cooler for the next several days, and it won't be raining all day, but I would keep an umbrella with you for the showers you might come across.
Probably will need it. Still